welcome to Mostite TV. My name is Kai Tennemann, aka Mo Tensen, and yes, today I like to show you a little plugin I find this year in the summer because we have a special job to do, and yeah, but a few words before because it's interesting. This year I have some jobs to do where we need terrains. Yeah, you know, maybe in the channel is this Dreadnought teaser, and we're using a word called word machine to make the whole terrain for the mountains and something. And it's a very complex software that generates terrains out of fractal algorithms and something, and then rendering it to geometry, and it's possible to export it with some textural layers and something, very complex stuff. And yeah, but it's very complex. And another job we did this year is for a colleague. He asking me because he has a job request for a very famous German singer and artist, and this guy planned his goodbye tour, and it's a old man. It's over 80 years old, and the task was to one of his songs. This is 4 minutes long. Making a goodbye video for his goodbye tour that it's now running in Germany, and this video should show all the places he visited in his whole life. Yeah, 85 years or so. So it's a lot of places, and over the whole world. And so I began to research how we can build this whole world. Yeah, and I start with the typical external world building softwares from Aeon and something. But yeah, find out it's not the way, because the typical external world building things are a bit complicated. Yeah, every tool has its own graphical user interface, and it's not so easy to learn, and it's no way building every place in the world with some external tools. And at the end we coming up, for example, that we visit 100 or so cities, and that means we have 80 shots in this 4 minutes video, and it's a lot of work. And what I find is a very nice plugin from Paul Everett from cinemaplugins.com. You maybe know it. I used one of these plugins called Voxygen for my Cinema 15 intro. Yeah, where I divide myself in cubes and explode. Yeah, and this is a very funny plugin too, because Paul Everett is in Germany. It's called Urgestein. Yeah, he makes plugins for Cinema 40 since ages, and it's a very cool guy. For example, he was part of the team building the whole MoGraph stuff inside Cinema 40. Yeah, you know it. It's one of my important tool in daily work. Yeah, I always using MoGraph, and one very useful plugin he did is DEM EARTH. So, and DEM EARTH is now in version 2.2. So it's developed over the years too, and yeah, you can see here are some example pictures from some artists, and you see it's very interesting because this is exactly what I need for the job. Yeah, we have locations with geographical correct environment, and the whole thing is in DEM EARTH just a few mouse clicks away. For example, this. You need, yeah, normally you can imagine what effort you need to build a shot like this. And in DEM EARTH, it's more or less very easy. It's just a few mouse clicks away to do this. And so I come up with DEM EARTH. And the second thing is, yeah, when we have to research over 80 places in the world, yeah, it's very complex work, because you have to find information, for example, about Brazil, yeah, and all the places in the world. And this wasn't possible with traditional modeling and something. So yeah, I find DEM EARTH, I was very happy with it, because it's did the job we need very easy. And now I'd like to show you a bit what this little piece can do. So the first thing is it's a plugin. It's inside Cinema 4D. It's always good, and it looks like this, yeah. And when you just click the DEM EARTH object, it starts with your last location. In this case, it's Hamburg. Yeah, it's very flat. It's where I live, so it's not so interesting. But we have a very genius little thing like the DEM EARTH geocoder tool, and here you can just type any place you like to visit, yeah, and it works like Google Earth or something, yeah. You just give the place and Google Earth fly you to this place, and you can watch what happens. And okay, I like to try my last vacation place is Malaga. It's in the south of Spain. Very cool place, because there is everything in. So and you see when I type it in, he gives us the right geographic coordinations, but I just hit copy and build a new DEM EARTH object. Then DEM EARTH getting the data from the internet, yeah, you become a direct connection to some database on the internet. I'm not sure what it is, but anyway, it works. So, and what you see, it's Malaga, so a part of Malaga, yeah. But it's not very detailed at the moment. Okay, but I like to show you the features DEM EARTH have to make it much more cool. For example, the first thing is you can zoom the area, yeah, like this. And you see, there is much more data. So, and if you in need of more terrain, you can of course make it bigger. So, at the moment I let it at the default size, and at least DEM EARTH getting from the internet some high data and transverting them into a mesh. And you can, of course, in this case, it's a default subdivision at 300, and you can higher the subdivision. I do this to 2000. It's very much higher, and you see there are very much more details, yeah. When you get a wireframe view, it's just black. So much details are there now, but at the end the details are defined by the high data, of course. So this has a limit, but for most of the shots we need, because we find out when we have to show 100 cities or something in 4 minutes, we can get very close-up things. Yeah, we always have. As well, in the video, the idea is there's a light stroke starting with the birthplace of the singer and flying to every place he visits, yeah, one after one. And yeah, with some, it's always tricky, because when you have 80 shots, it's always this light stroke and always hitting some targets. You have to juggle with perspectives and so to make it interesting. And this was the case we had, and so we find out we didn't need very detailed close shots because we're always looking more or less from a bird view on the place, and having this light stroke hitting the city, and in the city there is something happen when the light stroke's hitting him, and then he goes forward to the next one. And so we find out most of the time we are in a perspective like this also, yeah. So, and it's very great. So, and now you're asking, okay, so now I have the geometry, but what about texturing this thing? And texturing, it's very easy too, yeah, because it's built in, yeah. DEM EARTH automatically gets to some services equal to Google Maps or something that gives you some maps, yeah. For example, this is a Bing map. Click, and you see he downloaded it from the internet very fast, and because I have it in cache now, that's why it's so fast, yeah. And you see, okay, now we have graphic on the terrain, but it's yeah, it's not in very high resolution. You see here are just big pixels, you know. Okay, so but it's no problem. You can go a more detailed level. I go one step more, or let's do 2 steps more, and say again, download the textures. And he's downloading this, you see it on my button, and merging this together to a big texture. The textures then normally in our material. You see now we have a texture, before it was 768 pixels wide, and now it's over 2000, yeah, and now it's much more detailed, yeah. So it's very great, and I choose Malaga because Malaga it's great. It has this coast and some mountains. It's a very cool place for showing you DEM EARTH. So and when I now like to make a shot out of this, of course I just for the moment get the physical sky. So we have a default light, that's cool. And one thing is in this case, what is about the water, yeah? The mountains have now very nice textures, but the water sucks. So we can do something. There is a water mask layer too. I download it right now. You see, bum, bum. Now he did a second texture layer with a water mask. It's just a mask at the moment. So, and but you can use it, for example, to give them a fast look. Maybe I give them a fast, noisy bump map. So with tinier details like this, and maybe a bit reflection. Reflection with a Fresnel, and yeah, with water, maybe not so much. So, and his own color is more dark. And oh, it's maybe interesting for you when you see the noise size in the OpenGL preview. Yeah, it's not very precise. There is a function enhance OpenGL noise that shows you the more accurate size of the noise. Just a hint, by the way. So, and now it's very slow. Okay, you see the noise is still a bit too large and something, but it's a very fast way to get a mask for the water parts, seas and rivers and oceans, yeah. And there is nearly no limit what you can do with the textures. For example, there is something more. There is there are terrain, water, toner, axle, buildings. we try buildings. Why not? But in a lower resolution, it took a bit long to download this. So you see, he downloads a map for buildings. Okay. Oh, it's interesting. It's again just a mask, you see? Give them a higher resolution. Moment. Boop. Boop. Here. Now he did just a mask for some building. It's interesting. Okay. Okay, but you see, it's very much things you can automatically download from the internet. Word physical, word ocean, tile outline. Oh, it's interesting too. I download tiled outlines. Oh, you see, now we have your word in outlines. So copy this. You see, very great. So, but this is not all. What you can do too, I'd like to show you, is when you, for example, not like to make a very large scaled map, yeah, like this. Okay, I have to delete. So this is a very high poly mesh now, and you don't like to have such a lot of data in your RAM and just need one special perspective. You can copy this and give it a child of the original object, and when you now move it, I go a bit lower with the resolution, so it's a bit faster now, yeah. So, and when you move it, you see the second pattern, the second DEM EARTH object gets the information from the parent, and you can place it where you need it. For example, when I just need the view on this, yeah, I can just give the horizon enough material. Can of course give them a second one. So, and you don't need the very big shape of this, yeah. And it's very interesting and very useful function to just yeah, make more terrain and be flexible, because what's possible, you can give the foreground now again very high resolution, but not the background. It's still 300 or something, yeah. So it's very useful, and there is something very cool more. For example, one thing we need always is yeah, maybe this is the city, one of the cities we have to visit. So yeah, it's a texture for the Bing map. So, and now in our video we have to show what place it is. Yeah, so I for example give how it is. Bloop. This is Malaga. Yeah, but while we are in the animatic phase and have to find the right perspectives and places and something, it's always that we need to change something like the word scale or so, yeah, and always normally you have to replace your stuff and do something, and in this case from DEM EARTH, it's very easy, because there is a pinpoint object set as shard from the original DEM EARTH object. Then you can get any. By the way, Malaga, this is the airport, you see? It's very interesting. It's coming in the ocean. Malaga is more or less here, and this is a big airport. Give this any object, again a child under the pinpoint object, and now it's pinned on the map. And this means when you now zoom the map, the object is correct, skilled, and hold its place in the terrain. Yeah, it's very great, very helpful. So at the end, with our job, there is so much stuff we can set up more or less automatic. It was so much easier to work with this, and yeah, you can imagine it's for all kind of informatic videos or something very easy, because you get a detailed view on every place in the world. Yeah. Okay, this is one function, and the funny thing is there is another function. Sorry. So, for example, I set a marker in the place, and this is what I did in the video, because we have some points. This is the starting point of our light stroke, and this is the end point. Okay, normally the end point was another city, but now to show you, I just make it this way. And of course, to show you better, pink. So now we have always make some splines or something for the way of our light stroke construct. And it's built in DEM EARTH 2. And this is funny because it's called DEM EARTH Way. And the DEM EARTH Way, because you see when I have the little cones in the DEM EARTH pinpoint object, they of course are scaled and holding their position correctly. And when you give the DEM EARTH Way object the cones, he makes automatically a path between the objects, and you can give them yeah, arch too. It's very funny. So, and now okay, maybe we replace some more in the water, blip, and give them two, suck. So, and this is of course very, very easy. You can imagine every shot now is done in a half day or something. And this is very helpful, because we're working on this project 2 months or something with different guys. I was on the start phase at the project, and then my colleague Philip makes farther when I was on vacation. And but without DEM EARTH, it was impossible to do it. Yeah, because to build every place on the world we need and texture them and do something, it's so time consuming, and this is very great. Yeah, and what you can do, for example, with this splines, of course you can make a sweep object, give them a profile, moment, yeah, like this, why not? Oh, it's very big. Plop, plop. So, and now you see we have maybe an yellow to separate it from the rest. A very nice viewing of our flight paths. And of course, when you need sweep knobs, you can animate it or something, you know. Bing, bing. So, it means, zack, the whole thing. Okay, we give them a camera too. Yeah. And in this case, you see after 6:9 frame, so it's always a bit space at the sides. So I make the place a bit bigger. Yeah. And that's it. Watching through the camera, yeah. Give them a keyframe. And maybe like this. So, and the movie is done. Ding, 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 ding. Pew, pew. So yeah, okay, very cool. So, but that's not all. What you can do more with this, and this is very interesting. Okay, we stick to Malaga. or not Malaga, I don't know. Yeah, Malaga is fine because I like it. Oh, by the way, I'm not in the center of Malaga in my vacation. It's a little place between. Ooh. Okay, I have to download the textures too. It's more or less. So here's the airport, you remember, and we living there or something for a few days. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so the next very interesting thing is addition that comes with the version 2, I think. It's smart OSM object. This object, again, moment, pinpoint and give us child of the pinpoint. This object now has an addition. Oh sorry, I did it wrong. This is right. So this object connects with a different service in the internet, and this service gives some data about streets and buildings and something, and you can here with just a click of the button downloading it from the service, and the smart OSM object made splines out of this. We can try it. So you see, he downloads some stuff, and oh, I don't give this attention, but now he has to download some buildings. You see, it's buildings, and here's much more stuff. It's in the most cases, I think you need streets or something, yeah. But for the moment, buildings is fine. So then there's another addition. These are just splines from the buildings, and you can imagine what you can do with splines from streets or something. Yeah, you can put some little MoGraph setups that makes movement on the streets or something. It's very great. And here's the smart extruder object that, moment, extruding the splines too. So you give them more height to show you what happens, and a color. So you can see with just a few mouse clicks you get some basic buildings from this place. It's very useful too, yeah. And it's not just the buildings, like I said. For example, try another smart OSM object with streets, railway, boundary, barrier, arrowway. Interesting. Let me try this. Can you see something? I'm not. I try railways are for trains, yeah, that's right. Okay. Cycleway, highway. Highway is what we need. Request from server. Download from the internet. And in the best case, we get some highways. Oh yeah! Oh my gosh! You see? Now I have every street in this Malaga town. Oh gosh, it's interesting. Yeah, and with streets, you know you can do something. Yeah, I don't know. Should I show what you can do with streets too? Okay, I show. For example, we make a cube, yellow cube, and a MoGraph cloner object, you know. And now it's very interesting because object, and you can give the cloner an object where he has to place the clones. In this case, I give them this spline. It's possible that now everything explodes. Oh no, it's just a count of 10, so nothing explodes. Can we see it? Moment. Did I give them the right one? It's a new one. Okay, at the moment I didn't see anything, but we can of course convert it to traditional splines. And when I don't doing it wrong, it should give us some. Oh god, it works. Yeah. And now we have so much splines that my cinema freezed. Ooh. Not much splines. Now we have much cloned objects on the splines, so cinema freezed. Oh. Okay. This is what I'm afraid. So yeah, I deleted the cinema because I not like to wait as long. And rebuild the scene. So you can see our part of Malaga with our nice buildings out of the Smart OSM object and the Smart Extruding thing. And yeah, our original DEM EARTH highway splines converted in a real spline. This is a normal spline now. You can work with his like you know and love in cinema. Zack. And oh yeah, it's maybe interesting. I can get it to no interpolation. Yeah, it makes stuff easier. So and now my clone object with the cube, it's a yellow cube, but set not to 1000. It's just one. Click, and you see. Can you see? I hide this. Yeah, he sets a little yellow cubes on the spline. So, and this means, I don't know if you know, in the MoGraph cloner you can set objects in splines and give them a speed, like this. And, komm schon. Now, woo, everything moves on the street. So maybe like this. You see? Yeah, a ready animated city. Not yet. But yeah, you see, it's very easy and very a few clicks away to build things like this. And it is so time saving. I can't imagine what we have to do without this plugin. Yeah, yeah, it's gold. Okay, Bing Maps download, and give them maybe a higher OpenGL preview. So, and this is what I like to show you. It's DEM EARTH. I don't know. DEM EARTH way blah blah blah. Yeah, I show you more or less in a fast way what's possible with this plugin. It's very great, and you can't imagine a little yellow cars. Moment. Yeah, okay. Oh, the nice thing is when I didn't give the buildings pink material, they of course getting the material from the parent DEM EARTH object, and you have the right textures. So you know, yeah, it's of course not for very detailed close-ups or something, but it's very cool. And in this case, the texture could be a bit higher in resolution. Moment. Maybe like this. Yeah, it's much better. You see, this is Malaga. Yeah, okay. Is this something I didn't show you? Word info. I don't know. It's just the coordinates of the word. You can manipulate if you know what you do, of course. Here's the map loader, yeah. Some kind of strange maps and useful maps and everything. Yeah, it's maybe too much to go through every single thing. Remapping. Yeah, there are some options to manipulate the terrain a bit more. The most interesting thing is just the scale and the area zoom thing. Oh, you see, because I baked the OSM thing in a real spline, now it didn't fit towards sane anymore when I scaled the whole thing. The rest is because of the pinpoint correctly scaled and placed still with the scale I set up in DEM EARTH object. You see, the buildings are in over the map. So yeah, this is what I like to show you. It's very great, and if you have anything that needs terrains or places in the world, it's a very fast way to building good looking shot from the earth. Yeah, in some cases you just need it for backgrounds or something. It's a time saver, because one thing it's great, you didn't have to do research with different tools. Yeah, we started in this case watching the places on Google Earth and think about, but when I find this DEM EARTH thing, we're just doing anything right in Cinema 4D, yeah, because you can give them the location and watch the maps and seeing, oh yeah, this is great, we can change this view, there's a nice mountain in the background, and it's great. Yeah, and this is what I like to show you today. I'm not sure if there a demo version or something, I'm afraid not, but yeah, there are some movies showing things made with DEM EARTH. I'm not sure if I can show one day the movie we did with DEM EARTH, but I hope so. And yes, this is a little excursus in the world of DEM EARTH 2. I very like this tool, and thumbs up for this, and hope you find this interesting too. And give me a thumbs up on YouTube or subscribe to my channel. And that's all for today. Just this plugin. Next time we will encounter more interesting things in Cinema 4D. Don't be shy, write comments on this for things you like to seeing in Cinema 4D. Yeah, I can show. Or if you have an interesting idea for a tutorial or something, then we see next time on the same place. This was Mostyle TV. My name is still Kai Tennemann, and the whole episode is sponsored by Isa. And yeah, that's all. Goodbye. Oh, stop, I forget something very important. Of course, you're asking, yeah, but what is when my client like to keep the data, or I have to work together with colleagues that didn't have DEM EARTH? Of course, you can convert everything, not just splines in normal cinema object. This means when I hit this one, and DEM EARTH himself, of course, too. Zack. Now you just have traditional meshes, you know. So this is a normal mesh, a standard mesh, standard 3D object in Cinema 4D. Yeah, you see. So, and you can now give us people that didn't own DEM EARTH to work further with this or something. And that's all. That is what I forget. So you can convert it to traditional cinema objects and work with them like no one before. Okay, that's now all. Bye bye.